The South LA shelter just contacted me. They say they have about a 4-year-old Wheaten Terrier mix they found as a stray. This breed is a ball of energy. And when you put them in a shelter-like environment, they can't release that energy. So it makes them appear like they're a bad, out-of-control dog behind the cage, causing them to get overlooked time and again. And such is the case for this girl. Her time right now, it's pretty limited. So I'm gonna get down there and rescue her. See what I can do.
Sure enough, Nicki doesn't know what to do with herself inside a cage at the shelter.
Yeah, there you are, there you are, there you are. I heard you got some serious energy. Is that true? Yeah, you're looking nervous inside there. I don't blame you. Here, let me in there. I know, I know. I know, it's so exciting. It's so exciting, you got company. What's your name? Really? Oh, hi, Nicki, I'm Brandon. Pleased to meet you. You want to get out of here? I thought so. Come on. There we go. And freedom!
After learning from shelter staff members that Nicki had been treated for ticks, Brandon brings her to Banfield Pet Hospital for a complete examination.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Hey, Violet, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you. Is this Nicki we have here?
This is Nicki. I just got her here for exam.
Very cool. All right. Well, we have Kim right here. She'll take you right in the room.
Hi.
Dr. Nardi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to see you.
You too.
Hi. And this is Nicki.
This is Nicki, yeah. I just adopted her. When
Okay.
they picked her up on the streets, apparently she was covered in ticks. Although they treated it, I know that ticks can have a serious effect, long-lasting sometimes, and I'd like a second opinion.
Absolutely. I will look through her coat during my exam and just kind of check for ticks. But another thing I want to do is a heartworm test. The heartworm test, in addition to testing for heartworm disease, actually tests for 3 tick-borne illnesses: Lyme disease, Ehrlichia, and Anaplasma. And then if we have any positives, we can do further testing.
Okay.
After examining Nicki's ears, eyes, teeth, belly, heart, and lungs, and making sure that the dog's coat is free of ticks, Dr. Nardi takes Nicki back to conduct the heartworm test.
All right.
Well, what do we think?
When she returns, there's good news and bad news.
The good news, she is heartworm negative and she is Lyme negative. But the Anaplasma and the Ehrlichia were both positive. That means she either has Ehrlichia and Anaplasma, or she may have just been exposed.
Okay.
I'm grab some more blood. I'm gonna send it out to the lab for a little bit more comprehensive test. We'll check to see if these are true positives or just exposure to the disease. I am gonna start her on some antibiotics. You're gonna give these once a day, just to be on the safe side.
Okay. Is she okay to socialize with other dogs and do basic training with?
Oh, absolutely. She can be introduced to the other dogs at the ranch. No strenuous training, but basic commands are fine. I would give her about a week until I get the results back. As soon as I get them, I'll definitely give you a call.
Thanks, Dr. Nardi.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice
Appreciate
to
it.
see you.
Come on, Nicki.
With Nicki's antibiotics in hand, Brandon brings her to Lucky Dog Ranch, where she receives her red training collar.
I know you're nervous. Don't worry. You're in good hands. Come on. Hold on. Let her in.
And meets the pack.
Okay, you got energy. I get it, I get it, I get it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom, you're free. Go play. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch.
It's the beginning of a new era for Nicki. Just as it is for a married couple in the tourist town of Solvang, California, and they're looking for a companion to join them.
My name is Rowie. I retired 3 years ago. My husband is still retiring, but mostly retired.
I am Russ, and I'm retiring from design and construction. And since we've been married, we've had a number of different dogs, but we haven't had one for quite a while now. We've wanted one for a while, but things just didn't work out.
I had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had to start chemotherapy.
And that knocked her down for a while.
Then we started thinking about it again. We just are enjoying our time now, going for walks and exercising and gardening. Everywhere I go, there are people with dogs. I just miss that. So it's a good time to have a dog.
And it's a good time for Brandon to see what kind of training Nicki might already have.
There you go. There you go. You're a speed demon, aren't you? Today I'll be doing Nicki's assessment of her knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no.
Much to his chagrin, however, that might not be happening.
I walk her into the training yard, and the first thing I notice about her is she's real skittish. She's very nervous, and looks like she's trying to escape.
Because Nicki, a 4-year-old terrier, has potentially been exposed to tick-borne diseases, Brandon cannot yet begin any rigorous training with her. And now Nicki's skittish nature has put doing even a basic assessment into question.
I've seen a lot of shelter dogs over the years. When they get out of the shelter, they're actually more uncomfortable in a home environment because they're basically institutionalized. So suddenly putting them in an environment like the Lucky Dog Ranch here, which is supposed to be a safe haven for dogs, they don't understand it. And this is what was going on with her. What happened? You checked out already? Everything I asked her to do, she pretty much shut down on me. Do you want treats at all? You gotta show me something. All right, can't force you. When I saw this, I opted to end the assessment. My job is to make her feel comfortable here, and obviously right now, I'm failing at that. So all I did was I sat down and I tried to make friends with her. Basically doing nothing at this point is far better than trying to force friendship on her. She has to learn on her own time that this is a safe place. I spent nearly 3 hours sitting on the ground of the training yard, sitting there, waiting for her, waiting her out as long as it took. And finally, after a few hours of sitting there, she gathered enough courage to walk up to me. She relaxed just a little bit. Her anxiety level dropped just a touch, and that was enough for me. We might not have gotten any common commands training done.
You're safe here, relax.
We got a much more important style of training done: trust. Trust is the first step in training. Without trust, you can't train.
With that essential obstacle overcome, Brandon is able to move on to another stage.
Today I'll be taking a drive up to Solvang to visit Russ and Rowie to see if they're a good match for Nicki. We start talking and I find out right away they're both retired, so obviously they have a lot of time to spend at home with their dog.
I go for walks every morning, like an hour walk. We have lots of hills here, it's good for that. And I garden.
I walk every day too. We don't walk together because she can walk a lot faster than me. I've had a few operations on my legs and she's much faster than I am.
They both tell me that they're lifelong dog people. They not only had dogs growing up as kids, but they've had several dogs together as a family.
We've had a half Weimaraner, half Black Lab. We've had a Border Collie mix. We had a bunch of different ones.
But apparently they haven't had a dog in quite a long time, and that's when I asked them why not.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and then I had to start chemo, and that took a year. But then I thought, well, I'll be home, and it would be nice to have a buddy, a companion to get me through this. And we looked for dogs and just couldn't find what we were looking for in a shelter.
After I heard that story, it became more of a personal mission for me. Anybody that survives cancer, I think they deserve a lot, especially a dog. Tell me about Solvang. This town seems to have a lot of character. What's it like around here?
The tourist base here is enormous. We've only got 5,200 residents, but every day, on average, there's 4,000 tourists. So the town almost doubles every single day with tourists. They have a lot of celebrations here. They have celebrations for everything. There's animals everywhere.
I saw some horse and carriages. Is that common around here?
Yeah, it runs all the time.
I've seen it in the past where dogs see a horse for the first time. If they freak out, they don't know what's going on. If a dog's not used to this kind of stuff, they don't know how to handle it.
No.
The dog I have in mind for you, there was one thing I did see out of her that drew a big red flag for me. When I brought her back to the ranch to start training her, she had a major panic attack. And it took her a few days to really settle down and understand that I'm a friend, not a foe. I have to make sure I can hand her off to you and she'll be okay with not only you, but everybody.
He seems to know dogs, and he's met us, so I would guess that he'll know whether or not it's a good match.
After a tour of Russ and Rowie's property, which Brandon makes note contains a dog door, he is already putting together a plan of action.
I definitely have a game plan of training her and see all the elements I have to test her in. So I'm gonna get back to the ranch and get to work.
Nicki's training has been delayed while Brandon awaits the results of her blood test for tick-borne diseases. The extra time has given Brandon a chance to help Nicki overcome her trust issues.
You're safe here, relax. You're much safer here than you were out there.
But now, every hour that passes is one that's not being spent preparing her for a new family.
Hey, Dr. Nardi.
Hi, Brandon. I wanted to give you a call because I got Nicki's blood work results back. It's good news. The test result came back negative for all of the tick-borne diseases that we tested for.
Awesome.
I do want you to finish the antibiotics since we already started them, and antibiotics need to be finished to completion.
Where does that leave me with training?
She can definitely start training.
Perfect. Thanks, Dr. Nardi.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, come on, let's get to work.
Brandon can now dive headlong into training Nicki.
And we heal.
They've got a lot of time to make up for. But Nicki proves to be an adept student.
Okay, good, good.
Brandon works with her over the next several days, by the end of which the Wheaten Terrier mix has mastered the 7 common commands. Now it's time for the next step. Specifically, a step through a dog door, like the one at Nicki's potential new home.
The worst thing you can do when teaching a dog door is try to call them through it with the flap all the way down. They look at that flap all the way down as a wall, and it can be intimidating. The best way to teach them to go through it is lift that flap all the way up. Nicki, come here. When she gets all the way through it, naturally, I reward her. I do that a few more times, and from there, I lower the flap halfway down. Nicki, come here. There's still a big gap in the bottom she can easily get through, and she runs through when I call her, and once again, she gets rewarded. From there, I keep closing the flap more and more each time. Nicki, come here. All I'm doing here throughout the process is building her confidence, teaching her that this flap is not only movable, but it's not intimidating. Nicki, come here. Good, nice. The more she pushes the flap with her head, the easier it becomes, until eventually, I don't have to lift that corner flap at all. Nicki, come on. Come here. Good, nice. I simply call her through over and over, and she's pushing the flap as she should.
Nicki got a late start in her training because of health concerns. But those medical worries, as well as basic training, are finally behind her. Because Nicki's potential new home is in a bustling tourist town, Brandon needs to expose her to the unexpected. The first opportunity presents itself at Lucky Dog Ranch, where some loud construction is underway.
Good. 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 Okay. Easy. What's that? Good. Come on. Come on. Come here. Good.
Through time and patience, Nicki is able to adjust to unusual sights and sounds.
Good. Perfect. Perfect. Good.
Even more unfamiliar to the terrier mix are horse-drawn carriages, but she would be seeing them often in her potential new hometown. To prevent such run-ins from leaving Nicki all shook up, Brandon takes her to meet Elvis, a horse owned by a friend.
Watch out for the danger zone. Watch out for the danger zone. It's a spot you don't want to be. I know. It's a weird-looking dog, isn't it? Just watch out for those back legs. Trust me. I speak from experience.
By the end of the visit, Nicki and Elvis are acting like old pals. Four-year-old Wheaten Terrier mix Nicki has overcome issues of health, trust, and training. And now there's one more page to turn in her story.
It's been a long road, and Nicki, she's come a long way. Come here, Nicki, get up there. And now that all the training is done, it's time for Nicki and I to make the drive up to Solvang so she can take a walk around her new hometown. Two hours later, we get to Solvang, and I roll the back window down so Nicki can take a look at her new area. We park the car and start walking around. What I'm noticing around town is there's a lot of things that Nicki has seen before, but a lot of things she hasn't. I've seen it time and again in the past where dogs freak out because they see something they're not familiar with, and they start shutting down. That's the last thing I want to happen to Nicki here. I don't want her first impression to be a bad one. I don't want her first experience to be a negative one. So we took it slow. Every time we saw something that she wasn't familiar with, I spent time with her. I let her know that's okay. That's all right. Everything here is safe. You're in good hands. No one's gonna hurt you here.
You wanna say hi?
A few hours later, I was beyond convinced, and it was time for a wardrobe change.
Brandon rewards Nicki with her green graduation collar. And it's time for her to meet Russ and Rowie.
When I got to their house, they were sitting in the backyard, and I decided to surprise them.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise?
Oh, yes. Oh. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Here comes Brandon with this incredible dog that's just what we had been hoping for.
We've been to at least 30 pounds looking for dogs and never found a dog like that. And here he comes in, and he's got the dog we've been looking for.
We're absolutely thrilled.
Nicki just sat between the both of them, and I could tell that she was home. So what do you two think? You could take it from here?
Oh, yeah.
I think we can.
She's all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
So long, kiddo. Be good, Nicki. All right, guys.
All righty. Thanks a lot.
Take care of her.
Thank you.
Rory and Russ, they had a huge void in their life, and they were determined to fill it. And nothing fills a void like the company of a true friend. And little did Nicki know when she was locked up in a shelter that one day she would fill that role. They say dogs are not our whole lives, but they definitely do make our lives whole. From hopeless to a home, that's my mission. One dog at a time.